I'm going to start with a quote from MLK. And it says, "The urgency of the hour calls for leaders of wise judgment and sound integrity, leaders not in love with money, but in love with justice, leaders not in love with publicity, but in love with humanity, leaders who can subject their particular egos to the greatness of the cause." It's from his Facing the Challenge of a New Age speech in 1956. Today I want to talk to you all briefly, I'll try and stick to 3 minutes, about a more perfect system. We heard today President Barack Obama talk about a more perfect union and how we the people get there. And a more perfect union at its core describes that we are continually moving forward, that we do not live in a perfect union, but we aspire towards one, and that we innovate towards these goals. We continue changing. We continue to be self-critical and look at ourselves and look at where we can improve, and also looking back at the milestones that we have achieved. And there's something close to my heart as the DPS VP of Education, our education system, and the strive that needs to be maintained to continue to innovate there and attain a more perfect system in that respect. I was on GChat and I received a link from a friend to an article, and the article's title was "Florida Board of Education Approves Race-Based Academic Goals." And I'm from Florida, so that mattered to me a little bit more. And I wanted to see what that was all about. And more important than the goals, though, what perfection was being judged as these are bad goals because they're race-based. And that's not the entire story there, but I don't want to focus on that. When you make goals, you have to look at where you currently stand. And I looked at the plan, and I looked at the current numbers, and they broke my heart. This is the percentages for kids that can read on grade level, and this is aggregated for K through 12, so all students in the system. American Indian, 55%, Asian, 76%, Black African American, 38%, Hispanic, 53%, White, 69%, Economically Disadvantaged, 46%, English language learners, 33%, Students with Disabilities, 29%. I guess aside from what's appalling as a current place for things is just that we go about our lives within the Duke system, within our ivory tower, which is supposed to be the culmination of what students can achieve, without thinking about the tools that students don't have to get to a place that we've attained. I'm going to end with reading a letter from a friend that I met during my study abroad in India, but funny enough, she's from North Carolina, and she's probably in North Carolina too right now. She's from the Outer Banks. I'm going to read the second paragraph of this. It was a goodbye letter, but this paragraph is pertinent. "I'm very impressed with you, though on a more serious note, in all honesty, I can count on one hand the number of African American men from my high school who had the courage to pursue higher education. It may not seem like a big deal, but I'm proud to know someone who didn't get caught up in the stereotypes, who's poised and well-spoken, whose self-respect and decency are evident in their actions. Someone such as yourself, not many of us from the 252, her zip code, can shake the hood long enough to see that there's a better way. I'm going to use you as an example for all the little butt munchkins back home that still don't think that they can make it." And the reality is that I shouldn't be special for being here or for being able to read, and it's not about thinking that you can make it. If you can't read, I don't know how you guys are doing with your classes, but being able to read proficiently is a necessary condition to be able to succeed here. So believing in yourself is one thing, but being equipped by the education system to be able to follow through on those beliefs. If we believe that we are all created equal, then equal brains should lead to equally able outcomes. And I look forward to a place where, in my state of Florida, here in North Carolina, in all the states that comprise this great union, that a student's ability to read at grade level can't be predicted by the color of their skin or the amount of money that their parents have, but by the fire in his or her eyes, the passion for knowledge in that kid's heart. Clear eyes, full hearts can't lose. We have to seek a more perfect education system, and that involves all of us, the teachers, the community, us as we volunteer in schools in Durham, and that's my dream.